I'm Mr. Grindler, and here are my creatures. The time has come, guys, and that is for another Monocentropus Balfouri communal feeding. So I absolutely love these. I really hope you guys enjoy this as well. But this is just, I don't know, ever since I got into Balfouris, I've wanted to do something like this, and I'm glad that I record these communal feeds and that, you know, I can display it to you in a way. And I've tried to do this one a little bit different from the others, so I really do hope you enjoy this one. Like, honestly, let me know in the comments after. It's been really nice getting some inboxes lately and some emails and stuff like that, and, you know, comments on my videos about like Balfouris, like how people, you know, they didn't really know what a Balfouri was, or they didn't really, like, you know, fancy a Balfouri. And, you know, it's nice to see these messages and these emails and comments saying that they've bought Balfouri communals from watching my videos and they love my Balfouri videos. So honestly, thank you so much, guys, because I feel like I talk about Balfouris too much, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's my favourite species, so I'm just gonna, you know, whack out the content for them because that's what I want to do. But I'm glad that a lot of you do appreciate it, so thank you very much for the comments. But let's get into this next Monocentropus Balfouri communal feeding. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Monocentropus Balfouri communal feeds. It has been months now since this communal has been established inside this tank. The growth rate of these Balfouris is very rapid, but that also means that one day this communal should deplete over time. We will end up with mature males popping up, and then by removing the mature males, gradually it will be left with the remaining females. It will no longer look like a glorious sight of Balfouris everywhere. It will look like what you see here, an empty space with little going on. Luckily for all of us though, this communal is not there yet. Life is still thriving within this tank. Although some will mature soon, there is large amounts of mixed sizes inside. And don't worry, I have plenty more recorded and more communals that will one day will be even better than this one. It is true what everyone says though. The Monocentropus Balfouri is not always out on display. Sometimes they can be burrowed away for a long period of time. But when they do come out, boy is it a sight to behold. Like I showed on the last communal feed-in where they were all roaming the tank together, it is an awesome sight to see if I'm in around that time of day. And by not using a wall edition any communal that I own, when it comes to misting the web, they all come out in swarms, which I will show in more communal feeds down the line. During the actual recording of this, I was currently putting locusts into the enclosure. I always put them in the bottom left end of the enclosure so they can work their way up to the main hide. It sort of makes me use my imagination at times, watching how dramatic it is as they journey to their doom. And all the locusts are now placed in the enclosure. The locusts travelling along the vinewood. It still amazes me watching feeders or Balfouris travelling across the structures. I've even had dubia roaches grouped together at the top of the vinewood 3 days after feeding, but their fate always comes in the end. I get asked from time to time, what do I use to feed my communals? I've only ever used locusts, dubia roaches and red runners. Although beware of locusts. In a future communal feed-in, there are some locusts trying to bite one of the Monocentropus Balfouris. getting the high ground away from the terror that lies below. Luckily, the Balfouris aren't afraid to come up here. It's frustrating at times as I have so much communal footage to release for you all, with little time to edit it. It's worth the wait for sure. This locust here should not have fallen, and you will see why soon. Clinging on to dear life, the locust lost grip, and little did it know its fate lies on the other side of that web. The Monocentropus Balfouri can sense the locust moving on the web, with the Balfouri knowing it makes its move, getting closer and closer. The end. The locusts have finally made their way across the vinewood, locating themselves above the hide. Inside this hide lies many Balfouris. Going across the tank, the Balfouris have also made tunnels underneath the substrate, meaning it's a risk for anything that stumbles the wastelands. The locusts decide to travel back. Smart move. What I love most is when the locusts decide to jump across one end of the enclosure, resulting in this one landing on top of the tunnels leading to the main hide. This entrance is what I like to call the back door, due to it being at the back of the enclosure. Makes sense. With the locusts moving on the web, the Balfouris notice and leave their burrow. Luckily, this Balfouri went for a different prey item, leaving this locust safe for now. We missed it, but that locust did not last for long. Usually this is the time that more and more start to emerge to feast. Don't mind me, I'm just pointing. Now watch as this little guy goes in for some food. I love how the Monocentropus Balfouri share food so well together, but they can still get a bit feisty during it. Meanwhile, down the other end of the enclosure, amongst all the vinewood lies more Monocentropus Balfouris feasting on locusts they have found out in the fields, as I like to call them, or the wastelands. It feels very empty in this enclosure tonight. While some are emerging from their burrows, some are also in pre-molt, remaining hidden away from prey that could hurt them. While some may think, well, isn't that dangerous putting locusts inside the enclosure? Anything we do comes with some form of risk. While they're in pre-molt or could be molting, there is multiple Balfouris in this enclosure that will most likely find the prey before the prey gets inside. Although in the past I've seen a few enter the main burrow entrance, and what always happens is a Balfouri comes out seconds later with said prey item. But like I said, there is always going to be a risk with this.
With more coming out the exit door, the Monocentropus Balfouri seem to have a locust each. Let's have a closer look at what I call the exit. Found myself getting very excited at the opportunity of a Balfouri taking this locust down. But I knew it was too good to be true. This clip fascinates me, the Balfouri just slightly pushing the locust back. But what makes it better is the locust is just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna back out slowly. Luckily the Balfouri was occupied with one of its former friends. To this day, it still amazes me how you can see the sand perfectly in this one spot only. many locusts left hidden in the vinewood trying to escape the Monocentropus Balfouri, they will slowly be picked off one by one until there isn't a single one left. When recording this, I was thinking, I hope it realises it's walking into a Balfouri. And I bet it's even more proud of itself now. Kind of felt sorry for this one. Just stuck, surrounded by multiple Balfouris that could grab it at any point in time. But for this fellow locust, it finds itself rather alone. With only a small amount of Monocentropus Balfouris coming out from their burrows, it leaves this little fella alone while the rest are casually spaced apart. swarms of locusts being eaten by Balfouris at the exit of the burrow, as one makes a break for freedom. Again, just like the other locusts, it has no hope. So as we come to the end of the communal feeds, I want to say a massive thank you. I really do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Even though there was not much activity in high numbers, we got to experience the tank with minimal activity. We got to see some behaviours of the Balfouris, along with the locusts. I really like the way they've webbed the field. The webbing from the floor to the vinewood just looks incredible. And it looks even better a few episodes down the line. I want to get a I love Balfouris down in the chat and comments, please. Make my year. But that is now another one done. Till next time all, have a great one. You all deserve it.
And that is another one done, guys. Oh, I really do hope you enjoyed it, honestly. I really do hope you did. I love it. Love it. I love watching this. Like, I just love watching them. It's just an experience to me. I'm glad I can share it with you all. But that is it for today's episode, guys. So if you could like, comment and share, that would be absolutely great. If you could hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon so you're notified of when I upload next, that would be absolutely great. Don't forget, I've got Patreon now, 5 different tiers. So if you want to help and support the channel, then that would be, greatly appreciated. But Mr. Grindler's done it. So are my creatures. So are my Balfouris. Balfouris are there. Creatures are there. Sorry, I feel like I want to burp. Oh, I'm lost now. So are my creatures. My creatures. So are my creatures. So are my Balfouris. I'll see you next time, guys. Have a great week. You deserve it. Peace.